Okay, in this example, in this defense, we're talking about a zone backer defense, and I've put a B on the player who we're gonna say is the backer. Essentially, what it is it's your regular man down type zone. In other words, so you'll have two up top, two on the elbows, two down low, and then the backer is kind of a floater. All right, she's going to support whoever has the ball in her zone. So in this case, this defender in this zone is going to have the ball, okay, because the ball is moved into her zone. Now, what she can do is she's going to engage the ball out around the 12, and the backer is going to tell her, I am back, back left. All right, she's on her left, so that she can take that attacker and bring her into her at the 8. Okay, and they can push her back out at that point. Sorry, my video keeps moving here. Okay, so we're going to push the attacker back out, and the backer will recover. As soon as that attacker no longer becomes a threat, the backer is going to back down to the 8. The zone defender is going to make sure she's moved out, and typically from that point the ball will start to move again. It moves over, and as it moves, the backer goes with the ball. Alright, in this case, this zone defender is going to come up, take a position, backer's going to say, got your help left, on your left. Alright, so as that attacker decides to come in, if she decides to come in, the backer would engage at the 8, backing up from the 8, not running out past the 12. Alright, it's kind of a conservative defense, but we still do bring pressure into our zone with the zone defender out to the 12. The backer stays in around the 8, so it's like a roving, sagging, low pressure defense. Okay, but the backer doesn't get distracted with other things that are going on. If, for say, this off-ball attacker wants to move in, then that zone defender needs to go with her until she can hand her off to another zone defender in her zone and then recover. Okay, the backer doesn't become distracted by that. The backer has to stay focused on wherever that ball is. In this case, it's out here in this zone. Alright, so we'll continue to move the ball around. As it moves around, the backer will occasionally check into the 8 and then move to the spot where she can back up the ball. When the ball's behind, we're going to support from either side. We can support from underneath, or we can support from over the top. I kind of think this is the strength of the backer, because it just depends on where she's coming from. If she has to catch up and she can't get there to help underneath, she's going to say, got your right, help on the right. Alright, and this zone defender will know, as she attacks, I have help coming over the top. Okay, again, the off-ball cutters are not her responsibility. The ball is her responsibility. So as this cutter comes, this zone defender has to pick her up, take her in, and hand her off to the other side of the zone as she comes through, then recover and be ready for this second cutter, who might also be covered by this zone defender, depending on how fast she can recover. Alright, but the backer follows the ball. The ball backs back out. The zone recovers. Ball moves again. Backer moves. Okay, so the backer essentially is following the ball, roving throughout the 8, but not staying in there for 3-second call, but always moving with the ball. Wherever the ball goes, the backer stays along the 8 to wait for that attack from wherever it might come. In this case, if it comes from here, again, this zone defender is responsible for taking something away and riding that attacker right into her help, which is the roving backer. Off-ball cut comes, next zone defender has to front that cutter until she can pass her off to another zone defender and recover. That is pretty much the zone backer defense.